Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk about how to love studying. So let's get into it. Tip number 1. Listen to great music. Everything is more fun when it's set to music you love. Some people have the gift of being able to concentrate even while listening to songs with tricky and complicated lyrics. Some can even write an essay while singing along. Before you just go to your favorite song, it's probably worth considering whether you are one of those people. But if you are not, it's great to listen for classical music like Mozart's. Film soundtracks are fun and motivational, and you can pretend that you are in a training montage while you're studying. Plus, a good soundtrack goes on ages, reducing the amount of time you have been spending finding just the right choice of song. Tip number 2. Turn it into a game for yourself. The study age of puzzles, quizzes, and flashcards are all tap into the fact that we often learn better with games and are more motivated too. Have you ever tried to get full marks on a game when the work you're supposed to be doing is undone? Then you'll know how breaking something down into an achievable and measurable goal makes it more fun. The sort of game you should choose depends on the interest on your subject. Tip number 3. Use nice stationery. Are you a stationery person? You will know if you are. If you have a desk full of lovely pens, pencils, notepaper, notebooks, stickers, and flashcards, write in fancy fountain pen on them. If that sounds something you would enjoy, it's a bad idea to use them in your examination, but being forced to slow down a little while taking notes as you study might help the information to sink in better. Cover your notes in stickers if it means you're more clear to reread them. After all, it's not to be used when you have important studying to do. Why bother to holding lovely dolly stationery in the first place? Tip number 4. Try roleplay. For any subjects with stories and characters, theatre studies, English literature, and history are obvious examples. One way to get your head around the topic is to pretend that you are one of the characters and roleplay as them for a while. Thinking these things through might seem silly, but they can test your knowledge of the subject you're studying in a way that just going over your notes might not. Tip number 5. Study somewhere different. Study often gets bored simply because you don't get a change of scene unless you can't go from your room to library and back. Some people learn better by association, so you could assign different subjects to different rooms and make sure you study each subject in the design place. After all, the golden rule of studying is that nothing is silly if that it helps you. Number 6. Challenge yourself. When you're studying, when you're at the gym, it's sensible to place yourself. Don't demonstrate yourself by taking on more than you can handle. Instead, go slow and streamy with regular breaks so that you can cope for a long haul. It's a bad idea to challenge yourself to ridiculous things at gym because you can cause yourself long-term injury. But you are not going to break your brain because you tried to do something that it was too risky. If you're bored by going over the same notes and same ideas, but that's what you have to do to study, so you're stuck with it. Try to find motivation in making it a challenge. You might see how quickly you can write 2 pages essay or whether you can solve a maths problem in 3/4 of time you're supposed to do. Don't make the challenge impossible, but making your studying hard enough that you need to encourage your brain properly can help for the making less dull. Tip number 7. Write comic short stories or songs. There are endless songs written that could have been designed to help you study. Putting something into a rhythm or setting it to music helps a great deal in remembering it, not only through the end product but also through the process of composing your poem or song in the first place. If song doesn't suit you, try different creative activity like drawing a comic or writing a story. It might be comic that maps out a particular scenario in history or could help be a story where the conclusions rest on a particular principle in the physics and add some puns and wordplay on difficult concepts to make them easier to remember. and you will create a useful study aid and enjoy it doing yourself. Okay guys, that's for today's video. Hope you like it. Bye, stay safe. Make sure to subscribe, like, and share with your friends.